Here on the CT side, Wildcard setting up for a classic play towards A, but Noxy, he wanted to walk in and fight Vince. He's been beheaded.
So has JBA. A parting gift of a HE, tons of flashes. Luchov going to be just hiding in the shadows, but it's Mayun that kicks into position. Sonic with two. A player that comes into this event in fine form, didn't see it yesterday. And it puts Thomas in on the back foot. A player himself that is very good statistically speaking. He's going to just try and get aggressive here, get into the face of the T's, but Infinite repels him. Wildcard take the first pistol.
Oh, it started to slip.
Like on most of their maps, it's like an 80% pistol victory success.
Yeah.
So the other side of that, though, to play devil's advocate, is they're getting a lot of wins off the back of getting 2 pistols in the entire map. What happens when they don't get pistols? Do they still have the potential all the way around the back? The Argentinian wants to try and find a couple of kills and may find one right now, and it's Infinite that goes down.
They've quickly scurried their way over towards the A site, knowing there's now a gap, and they hard commit on the bold plant for sure. Deco's there, but he's caught off by Slight. If he extends round the corner, he'll be slain. The rest of the CT's grouping up back round towards spawn side, and you've got the one late flank. Mayhem, he was in T-spawn. They were aware of this. Sonic tries to take deep control back towards T, but he posts himself up in Palace, and they're bleeding out onto the bomb site already.
Yeah, they know they have to pick up the pace right now because of the lack of kits. But Sonic and Slight going to be punishing this. I don't think it's time anyway. They need to get this kill onto Sonic Luchov. Removing the head, Molotov down, and that should be the W. And indeed it will. Wildcard will pick up a 2-0. It's a great cost. They lose 4 players in the process, and 2 safe Galils will come out of this round. So Bestia, although they concede the round, they're putting the pressure on. Oh my goodness. The 2 Galils in tandem just tear through connector.
This is rough, mate. Already things are starting to unravel. Through the corner of the smoke, though, breaking it down and finding opportunities to strike. Infinite with a fast click back up, and even a further tag onto Thomasin. This buys him a little bit more time now to have some confidence. See if you can punch in those digits, get the bomb down. Thomasin, not held back by the opening damage, walks upstairs, but his teammate in Deco is down for the count. It's a 1 versus 2 where they're playing to support each other, and Thomasin's realizing this one slipping out of his hands, can't find an angle to fight for it.
He desperately wants a pixel to try and execute off and decides to get aggressive. He's seen the trajectory of that. Oh, so close to transferring for a second. He saw the grenade up and over and knew he had a chance to pivot in. You talk about unleashing Luchov yesterday. It was a man possessed on Banana, so aggressive on both CT and T sides. Now perched up on the stairway, Wide swings in for a second, and Noxy, he said give him a chance and he'll snatch you away, and he's done just that in this round, and that is so much better from the Argentinians. Take the round losing just 1 player. Yeah, and having CT control as well is going to be huge to his prospects here. There's one, they're just lining up. He can go ahead for that reload as well, knowing that his back is covered. Extremities are on lock. Luchov with 2. And Sonic sent packing with his P250. A real need to get too aggressive here, but Bestia feeling like it's within the realms of possibility to get this one secured as fast as possible. And overextending like that's going to give Sonic at least 1 kill, but it will be a 1 and done. And that's an acceptable loss.
Burning him off the back of the bumper, so he's got to stand on the elevated angle on top of the roof itself. Attempting to get a bit more aggressive now, and the timing pays off. Hits that one onto Slight. Reposition from Infinite is good. Looked like he was going to be able to double up, but he goes down.
Oh man, Deco caught with a grenade out there. I don't know why he's not throwing it earlier. Either way though, they're going to get the backstab in. And Stanislaw claw to the back, shanking the blades of Thomasin. And now the advantage goes in favor of the T's, but they're out in the open. They're getting picked off 1 by 1. Down into a 1v1 trade. It's 11-3 Luchov against a 1-6 Stanislaw. His only kill in this round, but no information for Luchov and tons of time, but he does have control over the bomb.
It's the one factor that he can play off of here. He was paranoid about short. Stanislaw's walking in, crouched up, ready for the contact face. He should expose himself. If he steps over the boundary, you're going to see his back. Instead, opts to peek from the window itself. Doesn't want to give the audio cue away. Sees a little bit of shoulder, slow on the react. Stanislaw with a headshot. His first 2 frags, they have some huge impact. Not only that, he gets the AWP to save for his team as well, and they erupt. They've been going for these A takes. This time it's basically just Luchov with a late rotate in from Noxy playing towards the stairs on the orb. Won't be as effective, and Mayan is silenced as well.
Oh, Noxy. Looked like it was on. Not sure how much they're going to get punished for this one, though. They're hemorrhaging players. Luchov down to 12. And although Infinites took the brunt of the damage, the strength in numbers for the T's here. Luchov stuck at the back of the CT boxes, doesn't want to take a stray bullet through there or he'll be a goner. Flashbang up and over onto Sandwich, and now Tom is in. Going to go in for a quick peek, but spots nothing. And there's going to be no retreat, no surrender. And Stanislaw's coming in from Connector, but they're going to pass each other. They have no idea about this.
Oh, mate! No, it's awkward, Vince. It's really awkward. He gets past him in the smoke. I mean, for Thomason, you're going to count your blessings, right? You're at least able to get away with a weapon. God damn.
They've been so close and yet so far, so many times in RMRs. Oh, Thomas is going to get caught here. The Shadow's going to betray him. Oh, the even comfortable, clean frags from JBA sends this round just out of control.
It's a lot of damage, but you've got to actually convert those into kills now. Mayan plays his card, but it's down to Noxy to defend. He is the stalwart defensive B. Finds the flick down onto the headshot of Stanislaw. At least hits that one. But everyone else comes running out at the same time. For Mayan, the opportunity in the round is dead and gone. What? JBA, he's made his way down middle. But this is the important piece of the puzzle. Thomason, depending on the timing, he could have so much impact here. Starts running towards the door. Sonic peeks into it, hits the headshot. Bomb is now on rotation in towards the B site. You've got top mid covered as well, and the late lurk from Infinite pays off. Noxy's been in this position time and time again. This time, can he change fate?
Oh, missing that second shot's going to cost him his life. Yeah, I think Thomason is tilted off the face of the earth at this point, because the second he starts to run, he gets wide swung, insta-killed. The audio to make the RMRs. The flash is good, but Stanislaw not punished.
They're giving Noxy opportunities to peek. You do not want to give that man a chance. He strikes with a deagle, rips off the head. Luchov, good for 2 as well, and it's all down to Stanislaw. But the judge himself brings down the gavel, and Luchov's law is what wins them this round. That's the interaction that could have been the timeline. But instead, he's noseless.
Oh, Luchov, there's the first spray. Try and play anti-flash. Was anticipating the flash was coming, but it wasn't. Oh, Noxy's missed another shot. Does land the second one. It's been feast or famine for this man. But now he's gone down, and Sonic's got 2 out of nowhere. Pivots in through jungle. There's another one to add to Sonic's repertoire, but finally he will fall down to the hands of Thomason. But the wide swing orb from Slight secures the 8-4 half.
That's mad. And they've got so much control from pushing out B already that they know this is going to be the play towards the A side. They can just wait to strike. The Julies from Slight are causing problems up on the elevated angle, but it's Infinite that deals with them down low to the ground. Deco in a 1v2. He isn't going to be aware about this fast flank either. Sonic has been so speedy on this one, and he's already coming up ramp.
Not quite fast enough this time, though. Still stuck on the ramp side. Flashbang. Oh, the follow-up damage, and that's Julie's at range as well. The South African Sonic is having no chill, no survivors. He's taking no prisoners. Wildcard, double up their pistols. Ability or lack thereof, there could be a problem. Oh, that smoke. Not ideal at all, is it?
Got an afro on it. Oh, but there has been a response straight back onto Slight on the overextension from Connector. Sonic, though, is the bait and switch. Back turn, burns his way through 2. That's another hat trick into the round for him.
He's really providing the death right now across, and the misery and the destruction across the Bestia. Coming in.
Sit down on the first map, and Infinite, he's got confidence.
Very aggressive, but it could end up being too much. 3 kills! They just line up. Just had to hold left click. And the A1S did the bench momentarily. You'd assume that the rest of his teammates are going to pick this one up. It's down to Sonic. May have missed his chance to start off with, but he's weakened up Thomason, and he has backup from the MP9 of JBA. He's about to rip through some of these players. There's the first. Thomason was weakened by Mayan. And this round is going to come to an abrupt end. The question is, who is going to claim this last frag? And rotation and play around the back, Jackie. This is GG for this round, and potentially the map as well. A lot of information right now. The problem is, though, although they've heard all this intel, there's effectively only one player on the site. He's already been dealt with. Now they have to try and deal with Infinite, though. He's used that smoke as a bit of sanctuary, but Echo doesn't care too much. Deals with him anyway. Stanislaw now on that fast flank. They're not going to anticipate he's here this quickly. And the FAMAS spraying down onto Noxy now gives him a different avenue of re-aggression. It's going to play hell with the trifecta of BESTIA players that are on the site. Someone's going to have to watch the apps, and that affords safe passage through the likes of Short or maybe on Kitchen side. Deco now moves back onto the truck, and Thomas in close range deals with JBA. Very important kill.
Posturing off now to just play for the exits. Wanting to defend when they try and find their way out the site. Slight focusing on just keeping the AWP in play for the CT side as well. Doesn't want to drop that one. But the round, at least for now, goes the way of the T side, getting them back. Execute out towards the A site, straight back into it off the back of the pause though. They want to catch him off guard with the timing and try and go in quickly, but Slight is that little bit faster. Strikes through Thomas, it breaks the smoke for the reshot, but doesn't connect that one.
Very nearly just grazing by. Would have heard the bullet whizzing through the air past the head. And Luchov up close. We said he's a T-sided player. Needs to start having that impact we've been waiting for. Out in the open, is able to scamper away from the toll booth. Not paying the full price. Slight in the meanwhile gets bested by Noxy. And Deco's keeping this round alive with Mayan alongside him. Deco, 2 HP to his name, but can keep position on the back of the site and play hell with his retake prospects. The frag's going back and forth, but it's going to favor BESTIA, who come out with Noxy and Mayan alive, and more importantly, a 6th round.
Support of Noxy for the push. They're playing right into the hands of the T side. The flashbang's perfect, but he's mollied out. It's going to take time for the smoke to bloom as well, so this is going to really strip HP off him. Meanwhile, they're just out on the B site. Thomasin has barreled his way in and starts to clash back with the AK. Slays 2 and makes it so much harder for Infinite. He's blind, he's dazed, and he's barely limping away.
Surprised he survived that, honestly, all things considered. But here's the other element of this. The bomb's not even on the B site. It's going through ramp right now. Have BESTIA overthought this? Have they overcomplicated? Because Deco now is stuck alone. He's going to waste a lot of time for this retake. He's going to do damage, but he will effectively put this into an advantageous position for Wildcard in terms of manpower. It's a 3v2 in their favor.
Little bit of double trouble towards CT. Quick peek on the connector, hits the shot, jumps down with the Molotov to block off the angle. If they went through CT, you would have had the rotations cut off by Mayan, but they realize it's just not worth it at this point. A 2v2 where weapons would be lost, so they fall back for the save, knowing they've got a buffer with the safety net of rounds they built in this game. Will Wildcard close it? Can BESTIA keep pushing their way back in? Early Molotov will force Slight out of position. JBA's just jump spotting for the contact on ramp, but his teammate's already been sold down the river.
They still maintain both the rifles, though. And as long as those rifles are alive, the dream still lives. And Stanislaw, besting Mayan, shuts down the initial aggressive charge. There is a flank contingent, though, in play. Deco is slowly moving his way outside of apps. And that's given the call that site is likely clear, and they're sending the bomb. What are they? Oh, no, they're second-guessing themselves again, Jackie.
Oh my. They're hoping that they're going to believe this is the B play. Think they've cut noise for long enough that they'll rotate off. Thomasin's got to get this one frag, and he's got to do it quickly. Goes down to the 5-7. There's a trade back from Luchov, sure, but they've not got far enough away. You've still got Stanislaw in position, causing problems as he strikes with a rifle, and they've overcooked it. They put far too much stock on this one, expecting to rotate, and no one's bit down.
Oh dear, oh dear. Nation. And they're making a lot of noise out on Con as well.
Oh, he walks his way in through the smoke. The Molotov barely blocking out the headshots, but they don't realize it was all a bait and switch for Sonic to strike from the side. The defender upstairs, and he knows where Noxy is. Consistently unloads, nearly finds the flick on the turn as well, but they at least equalize, bringing it down to a 2v2.
And if he connected that flick shot, I think I'd have lost my mind. 30 seconds left, bomb now getting planted down. Slight try as he made to deny that bomb plant. Has just given his position away and gets neutralized through the smoke. Mayan obliges him, pushes him into his demise. Off his mortal coil, he will fall. Now Infinite looking for an exit frag. If he is gift wrapped this kill, he can try and go in for the retake. He's got the kit, he's got the flash, but he's setting more up for exit kills at this stage. It's kind of, he's dipping his toe in the pool, he's seeing what the temperature's like, and he says, it's too cold, I'm out of here, let me save this AWP real quick. It does mean that BESTIA are going to bridge the gap 1 round and have 3 more to go. And I think you're spot on, by the way, Jackie. I think Stanislaw literally just sacrificed himself to the CS gods. He's like, if I push out connector and I get a kill, I get information, awesome. If not, they definitely don't expect Sonic to also be there. And they
Sites B and A. JBA could catch them off guard if Sandwich isn't checked.
Slide has one of those AWPs trained onto the CT. Or from CT boxes, I should say. These labored sprays not going to work out for the T's, and Slide taking a couple shots on the retreat. Still alive to tell the tale. Grenade damage just chips him down to 67. They have brute forced their way onto the site and have effectively evicted these CTs. They can't go in for the post plant now. Smokes will afford them this luxury. And the problem with the double up setup is it is terrible at retaking. It's great at leading. It's great at getting opening picks and shutting down a round when you're in the lead. When you're behind, though, horrible.
Oh, unless you're given an opportunity. An open door towards jungle, and Slide kicks it down. Sprints into the site with the support of Sonic, and off angle for Thomasin. He's got to find the frags and can't do it. The Sonic boom delivers again, and Wildcard pull it off. The retake works, and they take 13 for the first map.
As you say, man, it's garbage unless you get offered a free kill, and then you can bank off the back of that. Now they start on the CT side of Anubis with BESTIA getting up close and personal on B main.
T-side start there. Ooh, we know they're good on it, but will they even have a chance to show us that in the pistol as they are being mauled by Sonic? Again, it's this duo of Sonic and Stanislaw that slap them out of the sight. Infinite finds the headshot onto Noxy, and Deco realizes that he's in a 1v5 already.
Holy, that was crazy.
Like, if they lose both the pistols, what happens? We saw how that unfolded in the end with the overall score. Into this one as well. That's a 3rd pistol that goes the way of Wildcard.
It's with the AWP having very little opportunities to really offer too much. Jump across, try and draw some fire away, but it's Slight that's going to be showing up, and Sonic from Temple side. And yep, the gauntlet has been placed into position. There was the 1 kill and a dink as well. Molotov behind is going to stop Noxy and allow Slight to go in for that wide swing. Oh, he gets blocked by his teammates.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
As well.
All the grenades tossed out, preceding the push. Flash is good, but it's going to clear away in a few moments, and Slide's going to be given the opportunity, but he misses. He needed to get that kill so desperately, and JBL will make amends, but it will not deny the bomb plant with 15 seconds left.
Bomb down, 4v4. Luchov looking to take the strike towards camera, can jump up onto the angle if he needs to fight as well. Noxy also doubles up towards the bomb site, and A main is controlled for the T side. Thomasin, he's waiting to let it rip, but his teammate in Luchov is hit from the side swipe. Noxy, will they clear the angle? Tries to turn and play a little bit more towards the anti-flash, but his entire team is being mauled. JBA on re-entry burns them up. Main to try and repel this exact setup from the T side. But they're just barreling in. They're looking for the frags, and Deco hits the first. Okay, they've got an entry here, Vince.
So smoke down onto the stairway. So Stanislaw's going to try and wiggle his way down, but he also has a player behind him. And Sonic elsewhere, dealing fatal damage to Luchov. Stanislaw is still alive and still pretty healthy as well in amongst these smokes. So Slight takes down Thomasin. The bomb is only just being planted, so there's tons of time left on the clock, but do they think that this is a B-sided play? No, they're re-engaging through the beach and trying to wrap around the side. Noxy's going to get tested here. The even trade back and forth, still going to favor Wildcard as Mayan's position should be known in a couple of moments, with that flashbang is good. Could it be another successful retake? Could it be BESTIA being broken, being shattered again?
Well, Noxy, he plays through the smoke towards camera and rips the head off of Stanislaw, and time is now ticking. Slight jumps on the bomb, needs his teammate to defend him, has to get the reposition to deny the defuse with such little time left. Sonic is stone cold and snips the wire, stealing away the 4th. BESTIA are setting themselves up for another split push on A with camera control.
Yeah, funneling their way, 2 players down here. Stanislaw takes the first point of call, takes in 1. Even trades back and forth. It's going to be another post plant more than likely, but the bomb still needs to get retrieved. As done just now. Infinite though, no one watching Heaven. They had no idea that he could be in that position. It's a freebie kill.
Man, he's looking to do the same straight back to them. He's got the bomb in his hands, but knows he has a ton of time to work with. Looking to get another pick, equalize the situation before anything else. If Infinite oversteps and doesn't clear it, it should be the tripwire, and that's exactly what it is. But Sonic, he waits the strike, weaves his way in through camera and punishes Mayan. Really being baited here to focus all his attention on one man, but swing from the side from Slight. He's, well, Slight on the AWP has been a real bane of existence for them, but he's forced off of the camera angle, plays behind the Molotov and still delivers. Sonic with one, but eventually slain towards Dark. The second AWP from Infinite. Now it gets a chance at the shooting gallery.
Oh, flick across for that secondary AWP. The Deagle's going to rattle a couple of shots, but nothing is landing. And Deco has to use that AK and try and stave off the push, but both of the AWPs having impacted Stanislaw.
Sleeve in this series. Noxy finally bigs out the big guns. Strikes onto Dark and takes down one. Sonic is there in his place though, and he was debating whether or not he wanted to break the smoke and instantly look for a trade. It instead plays for the safe game, backing off towards the site with the weapon. They look to reposition. Bomb is still on the back of Mayan, and he's grouping up outside of A still, but they want to put focus on this connector control down towards Dark. You've got to get the frag though. With Stanislaw being able to hit the head of Luchov, it makes it so much harder. They're still going to commit to the split push out towards A.
Oh, time is so low. JBA only needs one, but he can't muster up that. Thomasin's off the mark. JBA is going to be disappointed. He couldn't at least muster up the strength for a lowly kill onto the site. And that insta-peek from Noxy should seal the deal for this round. We've seen so many retakes on A, but this is a bridge too far, and Wildcard will be saving. There was another one, though, where Wildcard, they did have a couple of chances to snatch this round as well.
Yeah, making you believe this is a play towards the A site, but they're not quite going over the threshold. They were waiting for the rest of the squad to arrive. And Stanislaw, he's going to swing it off the contact. JBA good for two, and the backup does more damage. Thomasin arrives on the server with a #1, but can he clean up? Oh, it's a rough spray, but he at least connects at the end there.
The smokes could afford them the safe passage of a bomb plant, especially as Main has gone in and satiated his bloodlust for the moment. Bring it down into a 2-on-2, 50 seconds on the clock. Thomasin in the smoke. Shot from the AWP slightly goes awry, and they're going to try and spring in for the plant, but here comes Sonic. Here comes the Doomsayer himself. And he's bypassed the grenade. Slight's also dealt with Mayan, and it's going to be easy pickings. The South African secures a 7th round. And again, it's deja vu. Bestia get on the A site, they get the plant, but then they lose the retake. If you stick the landing, it could be the KO. Deco, a dangerous game of cat and mouse, but he does get the upper hand onto JBA. No annihilation this round at least, and a flick from Slight, not quite connecting. Spray from Sonic is going to keep them in this round just about, but there's too many players for him to deal with. So it seems like Bestia will taste success for the second time on Anubis.
But it's the off angle, the cheeky pixel peeks that gives the game away. Molotov's dashed out, JPA goes aggro with a silence USP. They're causing problems with the pistols, and it keeps on coming. JBA living a high life.
That 5-7's now trained onto Dark. If they walk in here, Sonic could punish them. One kill across to Sonic. If he can double up, this would be outrageous. The USP from JBA comes in, and he's still healthy, 90 HP. There was one AK, 157, and 3 USPs, and Bestia may be on the brink of losing this round, but Noxy holds his resolve. He holds his nerve. Oh, Deco's going to try and get aggressive here, try and beat the timing of these smokes and flashes as they rip on through. JBA is here with Stanislaw. We've been in this same position many a time, and it's typically gone in favor of Wildcard. This time may be different. 2 clean entries. Stanislaw will at least firmly push back Luchov, but a post plant coming in.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb down. 3 versus 3. Slight with the wallbang, strikes onto Thomasin and slays the man, dropping it down into a huge advantage. It's all on Noxy. The AWP dawning into the round now. Strikes one. He's going to be peeked from heaven soon, trying to play on the left-hand side of the pillar, debating whether or not he slipped onto the site. A near miss, time ticking away. Wields it like a shotgun, bombards his way through one, but he's bypassed him. Slight jumping all over the place like a bunny rabbit. It's caught him off guard, and he jumps straight on it for the defuse.
Played it really well. As you said, he was leaping back and forth, and you could see he was trained in with his scope, and he had no idea where he was going to get peeked from. Really, really well played in the end. But
they've I've heard the audio cue. Bit of an old bait and switch. Deco running up close. He knows they're barreling in and needs to lay down the law. Only one. It's not going to be enough to buy time for a faster rotate, and they're grouping up with 3 players towards CT. Luchov looking for the opener.
Did see the ankle, a slight round the corner, but it's not going to do anything to deny the bomb plan. Sonic in the meanwhile gets one. He's going to just try and stay alive because he knows he's fending off all the attention. And blink and you'd have missed the end of that round. 4 kills within 2 seconds. Transitioning.
They've stopped on their rotate, trapped towards middle. Luchov really has to be the difference maker here from behind the pillar, but he's pulled apart by Sonic. And Deco can't re-aggress. He's got to wait for his teammates. It's a long rotation towards CT. Oh, Thomas in. He's waiting for the peek up, but it's so off the mark. The Deagle does not deliver, and Sonic has a field day. A follow-up at the end as well to give himself a quad kill in the round and take Wildcard to 10.
Oh, damage as well, and he may get cut short. Takes a lot of health from Sonic, who throws down the Molotov. He's stuck between 2 mollies at this point. They just slice and dice him. It's JBA's Mac 10, and again Sonic with the entry.
Sonic has just been so smooth. Criminal moves on entry. The M4 rip-roaring, but lips will not be removed here. Mayan turns back in and strikes onto Infinite. Twists it into a 2 versus 2, but slight towards jail. Curtin calls his way through him. It's all on the AWP of Noxy. Lost in the smoke, left dead by the hands of Stanislaw. Match point, series point now achieved. And Wildcard know how close they are to finishing this one off.
ADR with 23 kills. I haven't even seen what his opening duel stats are. Wouldn't be surprised if he's leading the pack with that and the multi-frags, but it's Slight that kicks this one off. And it may be the beginning of the end.
It's all starting to crumble down now. Reality has firmly dawned in round 17. The 4th run at the RMRs for the BESTIA core, and it again could be a curtain call with them losing out in the Swiss. Whereas Wildcard could stay alive to contend towards the major. Copenhagen could still be calling, but Luchov's Famous might just starve off defeat for one more round. Strikes onto 2, switches to the Kalashnikov, but he's running up into the scope. A fast flick from Slight denies it, and we're back into a 3 versus 3.
All change as Slight decides to take charge, take point for his teammates. He kicked off the round with the first pick, and it's coming full circle. A-Slight ripe for the taking.
3 frags to his name. Unbelievable impact in this one. Noxy attempting as best as he can to force back the player towards stairs, but knows the real focus has to be the bomb site. You have to pull off this retake or everything goes down with the ship. Deco walks close towards the smoke, waits for his teammate. No nades, you've got to go in dry. JBA set up for the close quarters combat. Slight there to respond from heaven as well. Pre-scope, they've got no info on this.
And that's going to be all she wrote for BESTIA in the Americas RMR as they get eliminated. And Wildcard...